Hey, it's Landon. Forrest Fenn. No, I mean DB Cooper. Actually, they call me Dan. I'm on flight 305 right now. I'm just about ready. I just got my last drink of bourbon. I got my briefcase, my bomb, and my flashlight. So I'm hoping to land somewhere right around that area in Yellowstone. We'll see how that goes though. So yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock, so I'm getting ready to jump. Should be any minute. Everyone's safe on the flight. Okay, I got my parachute here ready. I made sure it had a D-ring on it. So I'm about to jump in just a second here. I hope and pray that everything goes safely. All right, as you can see, I'm in the air right now, so time to get rid of all this excess stuff. I forgot, I just chucked this sign from the airplane and it had a bunch of rules, so I got rid of that. Don't need that. The parachute saved me. Luckily, I still got my bag of money right here. I think it's all good. I'm gonna get the heck out of here and disappear. Hi, it's Landon. I just taken on a lunch break. I wanted to get a video out there for some of the searchers and the new searchers in the community. I've posted some videos before, but that was before the treasure chest was found and all that. So I wanted to get something posted. I know as Forrest would have been his 92nd birthday, so if anyone from like the Fenn family is watching, I just want to let them know that Forrest is missed. My life feels like it's definitely changed ever since he's been gone. So he's definitely seemed, he was a character. So it's kind of a somber day in a way, but I just thought I'd get this video out there. It's bright out. I think when this chase started, Forrest had a vision, and he said he tried to think of everything. I don't necessarily think, I know he didn't think of everything, but I think he thought of a lot of the searchers after the treasure chest is found too. And I'll talk about that a little bit later as far as the treasure chest goes. I guess I try not to concentrate too much on that. There's been a lot of surprises in the chase, a lot of disappointment. The important thing is just try to stay positive and don't give up. It's very easy to give up and just let it go. I think a lot of the searchers, and rightfully so, have given up, but it's human nature. But yeah, there's ever since the treasure chest has been found, there's been some great new searchers. They have great ideas. I found out so much, learned so much since that. I've probably done just as much research on things, trying to get, verification, or validation is probably a better word, which is obviously very hard to get. But I know there's a lot of info that I come across that's validation for me, but it doesn't really mean much to other people. Like the DB Cooper thing, I think is, I think he truly do think Forrest was DB Cooper. Definitely had something to do with DB Cooper. More likely was DB Cooper. He's totally capable of it. He likes creating puzzles, creating mysteries. He's mischievous. DB Cooper also was concerned about the passenger safety, which isn't really your typical hijacking. So yeah, you really, even I've felt pretty alone, because it's, I understand some of these things. I kind of told my wife, I think Forrest Fenn was DB Cooper. She thought it was really cool. She's like, yeah, maybe. she thought it was pretty cool for about a day, but then, you know, as I try to research more things, she kind of gets sick of it. And yeah, that's human nature. I think most of us can see where they're coming from too. She's probably suffered more from the chase than I have, to be honest with you. You know, I've enjoyed most of it. There's been some really difficult times too, a lot of disappointments, but even after those disappointments, I still find stuff. Like yesterday, I just was looking at Google Earth, and where like my original blaze was, I looked below it, and then I looked at what it looks like an upside down heart, but I kind of looked at it closer. It could also be an arrowhead pointing up. It's really hard to tell. And I can, you know, if you want information, I'll share everything I got of myself. Where I think the original blaze was, I think the original blaze did fit along with his vision. And I think, you know, look at yourself as a searcher. What are we trying to do? We're just trying to make purpose of everything in this hunt, or story. I like to call it a story. It's not, I don't know if that's a treasure hunt. I think it is. There's still a lot to be hunted for. And I'll talk about that later. I think the treasure chest was just a bait put there. He wanted people to, that's how he got people out there and trying to do this thing. But yeah, that's why I was just trying to make sense of everything. And I've been trying to find a purpose, and that's what all of us searches are doing. And just kind of look at yourself. What was Forrest or D.B. Cooper doing? You know, what was Forrest doing after his time in the military, or, you know, after Vietnam? You know, I think he was trying to find a lot of answers too to things that he probably couldn't really have definitive proof. Maybe he does, but yeah, I think he probably saw more in Vietnam and throughout the war, and he, I guess it had a lasting impact. And I guess it's probably better not knowing some of that stuff. I don't know. I always think it's better to try find out stuff, but I don't expect the answers to everything. That's okay. We have to be satisfied with that. 50% of the answers, I think, is all we can really expect, if even that. He doesn't owe us anything. There wasn't the cost to be in this treasure hunt. We have to we got to take responsibility for ourselves. So yeah, I think like we're on Forrest and D.B. Cooper's path. You know, you just can't be afraid to make mistakes. I mean, give something a try. If you think you want to go tell someone some information, they don't listen, good, you know, that's their fault. That could be a breakthrough for them, but if they don't want to listen, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it'd be nice if they do, but if they don't, that's fine. Hopefully they learn a lesson for it at some point, because I think there will be someone that has the answer, and then could very well be one of us. But I think the biggest thing to find answers, we just got to work as a team. You know, I wrote a little book. It's not published. I was publishing at one time and got copyrighted, and I don't know if it still might be copyrighted. I tried to delete that copyright, and it was such a pain in the butt. I had a LLC I started trying to void that has been a nightmare, and cost quite a bit of money, but that was my own decisions, and I learned from it, so I don't have any regrets. But yeah, I think we just need to work on teamwork. I have a lot of weaknesses that other people don't. I'm not like a very intellectual person. I'm not a super outgoing person, but I'm also very creative, and I'm very patient and pretty witty. I can come up with some pretty imaginative ideas. I just think life is a blank canvas that is drawn and painted by the influence of others. And our influence on them is really what the big picture is. That's how we're going to get answers to this hunt. That's how we can't just pressure people, and just expect them to answer all of our questions, especially with all the laws and things there is nowadays. And everyone's so happy, which I kind of think is ridiculous. I think, courtrooms have their place for sure, but a lot of that in this treasure hunt isn't necessarily, although there could be more than meets the eye. A lot of them there probably isn't, though. But like I said, I could go on all day about my theories and ideas, but that's all they are if nobody else listens. And actually, if nobody listens to your ideas, it gets to be just a burden on you. I know it does for me. And like I keep on trying to find more information, and it's just more that time I take away from doing other things, spending time with family, which I try not to do that. I really don't really do that anymore. This is something that should be done just, in your free time. We all got jobs and bills to pay, and family to take care of. And at some point, I've gotten to points in this treasure hunt where it's been, some of the obsession has been, just not healthy. So if you ever feel like you get to that point, just take a break. Come back to it when you have time, and when it's healthier for you. And if it can't be a healthy thing, I just recommend just get out of it. But yeah, I just think, I wanted to give credit to some people, I don't know, I'm terrible with names, so I know there's a lot of new searchers that have came about post-find that, I've just kind of getting to learn about them. I know like Ben, Packer Jack, I've given him a hard time online because I'm a Vikings fan, have been forever, but I won't go into that. That's for another time. And they just have great information. I mean, I don't know how they're finding some of this information that's out there. I think I dig pretty deep for stuff, and they dig really deep. I mean, some of their ideas are just awesome. Like, yeah, it was awesome of Ben to read that Ha 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 book, because I've wanted to buy it, but it's such a hard book to find. And that was cool. I listened to the whole thing. It was very interesting, and if you really use your imagination, and you can really, I think it really sounds like Forrest, maybe in a little darker way. But yeah, I think there's a new Forrest and an old Forrest, and a lot of that was the old Forrest. As I've kind of shown in some of my maps, I don't have them with me today. I think and I use a transparent map. If you have any questions about that, I'll be more than glad to share that kind of stuff with you. You can get your own transparencies, or use mine. It's not my idea. Others have thought of it too, I think. So I'm not going to say I'm the first to think of anything in this hunt, because that's an unknown. But yeah, so I'll probably just post I like Ben's idea about that book, so I'll probably just read out my book so others can hear it. some people learn in other ways than just watching videos or reading, or sometimes it's better just if you could read that person. And I thought Ben was really creative using those other voices and stuff. That really got my attention. He has yeah, it was kind of funny and really made it interesting. So thank you for doing that. That was much appreciated. I still want to get that book at some time, but I'm not that worried about that. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen if you try something, I'm not suggesting anyone break laws or anything like that, but sometimes you can have creative ideas and use it for a good cause. But yeah, like I said earlier about that treasure chest, I think that was, Forrest is a fisherman. He's going to hang that bait out in front of you and hope that you grab it, and lots of people grabbed it. I probably did. I did too. That's how we get hooked. So I think that's what that was meant for. So I think that's just a small part of the hunt. I really do. I think that's I think you need to find answers to other things before we're gonna find answers for that. Maybe there might not be any answers left that we need to know about that, but I think we just gotta, like Forrest, he prayed for D's. Those D rings are important. I think he wanted us to try. We can certainly try getting A, but even if we get a D, that's fine. So it's better to try something and fail than to not try anything at all. So but yeah, a lot of these answers could take time, and it's gonna probably take hard work, and maybe it won't. Maybe everything will be out there and just laid out for us nicely, but I don't really expect that, but that could happen. But yeah, so anyways, I just hope you're all having a good day, and like I said, I wanted to say hi to Forrest family. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe and healthy. That's the main thing. Same with the searchers. I just hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. It was kind of nice posting this video. It just gets a lot off my chest. It's been quite a while, too long really. So I'll maybe make some more videos. Like I said, I like that idea of reading out the book, so I'll just probably read that out. But if anyone wants me to share that with them, I'll share it with you. I'll send you an email. My email is adamsonlandon@gmail.com. That's ADAMSON landon@gmail.com. If you have any questions, or want just a copy of that book, it might take me some time to get it to you. It's been really busy, but I'll do my best to get that to you. So anyways, thank you for your time. I hope you all have a good week. Maybe I'll see you before the end of the week. So love y'all.